So I've spent over the past 2 months building up the foundations of Decked Out Fan Edition, a recreation slash reimagining of tangotek's Decked Out. In this video, I'm going to be showcasing what I've already done, as well as discussing the ideas I have for the future of this game. So if you're a Decked Out fan like me, consider subscribing, and also like the video whilst you're here. But now, it's time to head into the dungeon and discover my version of Decked Out. So you've probably noticed by now that this is all being built in Bedrock Edition. Now there's a reason behind it, and I'll explain very shortly. But before we do that, the theme is a jungle theme, and I'm really proud of how I've done it. Yes, it's not finished, but it will be finished by the next episode, I promise. There's a lot of work to do, but I'm willing to do it. But yeah, it's time to figure out why I'm doing this in Bedrock Edition. And the reason is, Bedrock Edition players haven't got their very own version of Decked Out to play. I've seen many comments asking tangotek, does Decked Out 2 work for Bedrock Edition? And the answer is always no. So I decided to give the Bedrock community what they asked for. And yes, it's far from complete, but trust me, when it's done, it's going to be amazing. I've already done some of the systems that are most important to the game, such as the difficulty selector, which was actually really easy, the shulker box detector thingy where you put it in and it starts the game. That is not fully complete, but the whole system is done. And the last system I've done so far is the minecart return system, where you go down into the dungeon in the minecart and it breaks and gets sent back into the system. Yeah, not much so far, but just remember, Bedrock Redstone is completely different to Java Redstone. So I had to figure out that whole entire minecart system by myself. But enough talking about Redstone, that's not the interesting stuff. The real interesting stuff is the game itself. Now, I haven't built the dungeon yet, I've only just begun the project, so I haven't completed level 1, I am currently working on it, but it's not done yet. So you'll have to wait until the next video to see what it looks like. But in this video, I'm just going to be showing you around the hub and everything I've done so far. So, let's begin! Let's start outside. Now the only thing that's outside is the leaderboard. This is where you're going to be setting your scores during each phase of Decked Out Fan Edition. That's if you want to do phases. But yeah, each player gets their own head that they can put on the leaderboard, and it goes all the way up to 8 players. So if you have friends, unlike me, this will be perfect for you. Now that wraps up the outside of the hub. So let's go into the temple, where you'll be buying useful items in the shop, training in the arena, decorating your own cubbyholes, and getting ready to head into the dungeon. Now I haven't done the redstone for the shop, mainly because I don't have any items to sell yet, because I haven't thought of any, but definitely suggest any ideas for cards or items or just anything that can be put in my version of Decked Out. But there's nothing else that's really interesting in the inner hub just yet, so let's move on to the prep area. So this is the prep area. This is where you're going to be setting your spawn, removing any unnecessary items, setting your difficulty, putting your shulker deck into the system, and heading into the dungeon. Which is not built yet, but come on, give me time. But really, that's all I've done so far, and it may look like not a lot, but this has taken me a really long time to do. So now we're on to the part of the video where I get to discuss my ideas for the game. Now I may be adding some of Tango's ideas that he never got around to doing, such as the black market, the forge, and the wishing well. But they're still ideas, so I'm probably not going to do them, but if you really want to see them in the game, then definitely comment down below. So now let's get through my list of ideas. Now Ravager and player shortcuts are going to be in the game. I've always wanted more ways to go, and I think it would make it more intense, because just imagine like 3 Ravagers going through their own secret shortcuts to come and kill you. I think you would really be scared. Now blockers are powerful things that you can use in the dungeon. If you're getting chased by something, you can just flick a switch and it will shut down that entire section of the dungeon. Which can be helpful, but also very stupid because it lessens the amount of ways you can get to the exit. Now healing stations are also a maybe. I don't really know if I want to do them or not, because I feel like they would be too OP. Because healing stations can automatically heal you to full HP. Now, you could say, just lessen them and put them somewhere else, make them rare, or do something else with them. But I feel like I might not do that, because I feel like it's way too OP just to run to a healing station and just heal instantly. Now, Chaos Mode. Oh, Chaos Mode. I really, deeply want to put this in the game, okay? Because of how crazy it is. Now, what Chaos Mode does is it spawns enemies on every layer of the dungeon. And not just zombies or skeletons. No, those are not going to be the monsters. It's going to be spawning like wardens and... geez, I don't know what else. And on that run that you select Chaos Mode, there's going to be one artifact. Just one. That is going to be worth so much monies. Yes, I don't have the name for it, so I'm just going to call it monies. But if you get out with that, you're going to have a lot to spend. But yeah, I feel like this is just a huge maybe. I don't really know if I want to add this in the game. Please let me know down in the comments below, because I really want to hear your feedback. Yeah, and that's all my ideas. I don't have many so far. I've only just begun the project, but if you have any ideas, let me know down below. This is Decked Out Fan Edition for a reason. We are all fans of the game, so suggest your ideas down below, okay? And maybe, just maybe, your idea will get into my version of Decked Out. But that's gonna do it for this video. I haven't got much else to say. I'm not going to be revealing level 1 until the next video, where I'll be showcasing level 1, because by that time the video comes out, it will be done. I promise. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!